here in this really interesting synagogue on Nelson Street with Leon Silver.
Well, I'm president of the shul. I also happen to be financial representative and senior warden and general dog's body.
This has become something of a hub of inter-community congregation and peacemaking and understanding. So can you tell us a little bit about that and what you've been doing here, the work you've been doing here for interfaith communing?
Yeah.
I don't know why this is...
This area is very heavily Bangladeshi. I think has the largest Bangladeshi community in Europe is in Tower Hamlets. So in the schools, certainly the schools that I've dealt with, the majority, well over 90% of the children are Muslim. I've always considered it very, very important when Muslim children come here that they actually see inside a synagogue. They see that I don't have two heads, that I'm as human as anybody else.
Right. Are you hiding the horns?
I am, and the cloven hooves.
We understand that you have a collection of this. Is that true? Did you whip out the good stuff for us?
This is this is good first-class Scotch.
Well, I was going to say, don't make the mistake of wasting the good stuff on us.
I have to say, during the last Gaza war, while in Britain there was an increase in anti-Semitic incidents, I'm not aware of any in this borough. And you would think, from what you would read in the media, you would think this would be it. This is, London, Istanbul, and whatever. The Islamic Republic of Tower Hamlets. That's nonsense. I'm not saying there aren't extremists here, but at the same time, I knew people from various mosques, had children from a madrasa have come here twice. Little boys all in their white robes and so on, and they were actually knowledgeable. They'd been briefed about what a shul is and so on, and they were wonderful. And these are the things you don't hear about. The Sephardim were here earlier, and also a small Ashkenazi community, mainly from Holland.
We understand that they brought the fish and chips to England.
No, they brought the fish. So there was the Jewish style of Portuguese Sephardic fried fish, with the fish coated in egg and crumbs or in a flour and water batter, and then fried in oil. There were Irish fried potato sellers, and it's assumed, I don't think anyone's found anywhere else, it was Malin's in Bow, which was a Jewish fried fish shop, which first put the two together, and fish and chips. We're Sephardish also, which confuses everybody because we're Ashkenazi. It's Sephardish, which is Yiddish. Sephardischer. It's not Sephardi.
That's quite a collection. So you're saying some of these might actually come from Galicia, for example?
Yes.
So you said that the rabbi is Lubavitch, but yet this is a sort of a pluralistic congregation.
Yes, but the service, the conduct in the shul is strictly Orthodox, and it is not Sfard. So it's the same way that the Lubavitch daven. And he does use some Lubavitch tunes and so on, which actually quite jolly.
What's nice about this whiskey, I guess it is that it's cold in here.
No, this is great. I realize either I wear a jacket all the time, or I just have one of these every 2 hours.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wait 2 hours. The bottle's over there.
You're right. You're right.
I'm warming from the kishkas up.
I don't particularly agree with a fairly hardline right-wing government, but what I do object most strongly is the double standards and the hypocrisy where anything to do with Israel is concerned.
I'm going to regret this in about 10 minutes, you know that.
Drink up now. When you consider other countries, when you consider, say, the Saudi coalition bombing the Yemen and the hundreds of civilians killed and so on, why is it quiet outside? But when it's Israel, the demonstrators come out around the world, and I don't hesitate to say this. In certain circles where you think maybe discretion would be the better thing, and yet it goes down well because I think people actually respect the fact that I'll say what I believe. I always say after a shul kiddush, if anyone can walk home in a straight line, I've failed in my duty.
No, you're succeeding right now.
And I will point out things I consider wrong. That's not the same as saying, showing blind allegiance to some right-wing settler from Brooklyn who's picking, you know, the most controversial area and, you know, guarded by hundreds of soldiers, you know, for what? You know, I mean, that doesn't bring peace, that doesn't bring reconciliation between enemies, really. Well, you've got to have at least one shul that you don't set foot in.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you have to, you know.
Do you have a rival shul?
Yeah.
Who is the rival shul?
Yeah, let's get down
Oh,
to the
no,
gossip.
no.
You're not going to name names here?
Yeah, off camera.
Off camera.
Okay.
Listen, we're going to...
I've heard of that off-camera
The
congregation.
off-camera shul, they are a bunch of mamzerim.
I imagine that's an old one.
Yes, yes.
There's only 10 to 20 people that show up for services.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that has to be changed.
On Shabbos, you're saying?
On
Saturday.
Shabbos. On Shabbos. Yeah, we get more.
What about the high holidays?
We get more.
You get more.
Yeah.
Do you call them once-a-year Jews like we do?
Yes. Yeah, well, Trinity Jews.
Trinity.
Right.
Yeah, 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, 1 day Yom Kippur, 3 times a year.
Baruch Hashem, we'll take the 3.
I mean, this is a historic building. It's not ancient, but it's the only purpose-built synagogue left in what was the birthplace of our community. Very few were purpose-built. They were from converted workshops or houses. In a sense, it's a miracle this shul is still going. Logically, it should have closed about 30 years ago. We're still here. We are, sadly, in a great need of major renovations. If any Russian oligarchs are friends of yours or followers of yours, it would be small change from their pocket.
We only have 2 that are really tight
But
friends.
to those
what
2
would-
oligarchs,
what would
if you're watching,
Please.
send them money.
Yeah.
Us first, then them.
You don't have to be religious to come here. A lot of our congregation aren't, and I never claim I'm anything like on the same level as my rabbi. That's not why I became involved. You know, I am a practicing Jew, but my practice leaves a great deal to be desired. But for people, apart from anything else, it gives a focus in their lives, a focus to their week. And, you know, there's a sense of belonging, there's a sense of meeting familiar faces, and it's just nice. There's a continuity there.
But here's to you for helping preserve this place.
Oh,
L'chaim.
my pleasure. L'chaim. Good. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Shakol Yeh B'dvoro.
Amen. What he said. Doing a Dvar Torah. We're here today to discuss Mosheinu, Rabbeinu, the whiskey maker. I had 2 shots. I'm not joking. I haven't eaten today. You saw what I had. I had 1 bagel. I had 1 bagel and 2 shots.
You had the salted beef.
I had 1 bite of salted beef, my friend. Salted beef. Amen.
Salt beef.
Baruch Hashem. My father will be mad at me.
There's Cockney rhyming slang for Yiddish words.
Really? Like what?
Cement mixer, shiksa.
I cheery bim bum that.